literally a child if it was just a burglary.
And now you have also an actor from the industry, Raza Murad Rishabh, who has come out and raised questions as well. He has also questioned whether this was just a burglary or someone with a pre-planned motive of a far more lethal intention. He's also said that this was a high-profile building where there are several layers of security, a register for visitors, mobile number entries are taken, there is a guard inside the reception of the building, and there is a guard outside as well.
So the guard is definitely asking you, no, and he's going to check, right? And entry register, you can give fake name, fake mobile number, okay, so it doesn't make a difference. He's not going to check your Aadhaar card, right? So that you can do fake name, fake, but the guard has obviously witnessed this individual going up, okay? I mean, I can't fathom there's any other possibility. On the issue of, the only thing I'm thinking is, and you're going to put this to the good doctors who are still with us, as a point of their opinion on this, but if this person had come with fatal intent and that intent was against Saif Ali Khan, who's in his mid-50s but is a well-built, a person, is a fit guy who's had, training in, combat, even if it's for his avatar in films, who hits the gym. If it was fatal intent, okay, that person would be carrying a gun, right? What's the knife business? And I'm not sure it's a knife business also, because I can't think of a knife that breaks easily. Knives, I can even imagine a steel knife bending, okay, but shattering inside somebody. So we don't know what the sharp object was, a metal object, assuming it's a knife, maybe not, we don't know. We'll find out.
And we don't know whether the attacker was carrying it already from before,
or grabbed something, whatever he saw, it was a metal object, sometimes a decorative piece, or from the kitchen or something like that. But if it was fatal intent, okay, if the person was going to commit murder, what kind of a then would-be assassin would say that my choice of murder weapon is going to be a knife? And sorry to be macabre, but that doesn't make sense. It's a lot of things don't make sense at this point of time. But what is for sure, that as you're seeing some images on your screen, then let's put this into perspective. Okay, so let's blow up these images, please. Can you put them full frame, and we'll get Uday to talk us through this. So just get it to the top band. Yeah, let's put them full frame. Okay, and we're going to get Uday to talk us through this. Okay, so Uday, what we see on your screens. Okay, now this is a map. Can you zoom in, please? Can you zoom in? Yeah, fill up your screen. Fill up your screen. Okay. Go back to the map, fill up your screen, start from scratch, and Uday talk us through it. Okay, let's go back. So this is Bombay. Uday.
Yes, this is Mumbai, and this is of course the posh Bandra area.
Somebody in my PCR is going to get a grip, okay, and stop this, pause it, figure it out, so Uday can talk us through it, okay, instead of you randomly doing things, so that it can make sense. Okay, now Uday, take this one at a time. Let's go into the details.
Absolutely. So on our screens, of course, is a map illustration of Mumbai. On the left, of course, is Bandstand, that is the sea on the complete left of our screens. On the rightmost part of our screens is Bandra Station, so that's linking road, Bandra Station over there. In the middle, the red dot you can see over here, there is Saif Ali Khan's residence. It's of course in the middle of Bandra West area there of Mumbai. There are many actors who live in this entire vicinity. On the left, of course, Bandstand is where Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Rekha. In Bandra itself, of course, you have many stars who are living, including, of course, Saif and Kareena at that building of it's a very posh building. Of course, it's called Satyan Sagar, which is where they live on the 11th and 12th floor. And now we are zooming in, of course, into that area. You can see there not too many buildings are left to right, either sticking to this building or of course adjoining it. There is considerable amount of gap, which is why many are speculating that it's simply untrue for someone to jump from another building into this one. They possibly have had entry from inside the building or inside the house itself. You can see that this is the building, the red dot on our screens, which is where Saif and Kareena currently reside. And it's a 12th floor building and they are on the topmost floor. It's a penthouse, it's a duplex apartment. 11th and 12th floor is of course theirs. There's also a terrace that they have often been pictured, also spotted at. And of course, as you can clearly see, of course, in this area, there are many other buildings around that. Towards Bandra East is on the right, towards left is Bandstand. Yes, Rishabh.
Okay, yeah, so now let's zoom in here. Udit is described as you're describing. So there are buildings nearby, but they are not hop, skip and jump nearby.
No, not at all. And of course, also, this is the Sadhguru Sharan building, as we've been telling you earlier. That's the building that they reside in. This is, of course, a top level, top approach.
And I see a pool on the top. It seems like the blue spot would probably be a small pool.
Yes, there's a small pool over there. There's a small swimming pool over there, of course. And also, remember, this is the 12th floor. There is no building on the left. There is a considerable gap between.
So on the left, I can see a road because you can see cars, right? On the
there's
right,
a road, and then there's a building on the other side of the road. And on the right, of course,
on the right, there seems to be a very low structure between two buildings. And that's at least 20 meters.
Absolutely.
Okay, the road, I'm assuming 10 meters on one side, so 20 meters on the other side, a road in front. Okay, I don't see a building at the back. There is no other access. Okay, I mean, you're not drawing a high wire act over here. There's no other access to the building other than climbing in from either the stairwell or the lift.
Absolutely. And they've been, of course, residing in this building now for almost 8 to 9 years now, ever since they shifted from their previous apartment, which used to be close to Fortune Towers. It's a very plush building. It's been designed, of course, by an interior architect, properly planned as well. Now, this is the main gate of the building. You can see there that board which says Sadhguru Sharan. This on the left of your screen, this brown wooden door is the gate is the entrance of the building. That's the main gate of the building. There's a security guard who stands right outside this gate as well. Very specific entry and exit is manned because this is a celebrity residence. There are paparazzi, there are other people, fans obviously, who keep coming, and that's why entry is very, very restricted at this building. The entrance to their particular...
So I'm assuming that, like any Bombay building, that there is no ground floor. No, ground floor is parking. So this will be some kind of mostly cars.
Yeah. The ground floor is parking, mostly cars, of course,
so
inside, which is why...
Because I don't see any barbed wire on top of the wall. The wall, potentially, if it is scalable, right, that somebody could have jumped over the wall. If you jumped over the wall, all you would be is in a ground floor parking lot.
Absolutely.
You would not be inside somebody's house.
No, you wouldn't be inside somebody's house. You would still have to go in. On the right of our screens now, as we've slightly zoomed out. So on the right where that tree is, that is where the actual entrance to the building is. So the door to the building inside is actually over there. So you've got to walk inside. Inside there are all cars. Possibly their car was behind someone else's, which is why normally their car is always parked on the left of your screens, and that's when they get out of their residence. Inside, of course, you have to walk in where that tree is. There's a door over there. Again, that door is manned as well. So there's a
guard outside. There's a guard inside.
Yes, there's a guard inside sitting, of course, and that's where the lift lobby is. The lift lobby is there to the building.
Would a building like this have several lifts? Would it have a single lift? How would it work?
Yes, I think there are about 1 to 2 lifts in this building.
1 to 2 lifts, and there
floors.
would be a single stairwell.
Yes, a single stairwell to that. Multiple, remember, it's a 12-floor apartment. They are the 11th to 12th floor. There are many other families also, Rishabh, who reside in this building as well. And obviously, many of them would have got alerted by this commotion.
So this is in front of the building looking west. Okay. Looking west towards the sea, towards Bandstand. As you can see, the road in front of the building is reasonably wide. Okay. Now let's look at it from the other side, as we just talked.
This is the St. Teresa Road. This is St. Teresa Road there in Bandra. Again, it's a very posh road. It's a posh neighborhood. Many of other celebrities also are their neighbors. Very, very posh people live in this area of Bandra.
So now this is looking east. This is looking towards the east. Okay, same spot, but looking towards the east. Okay, on the left side, you're seeing where the building is, and clearly, there's a footpath, there is a road, then another footpath, and then the next building. Okay. This is a building on 2 sides. It has roads. On one side, it has a low structure which has no access to the top floor. So this is giving you a topographical analysis that even if you could have jumped over the wall, which the wall doesn't seem, this looks like a wall that would be 5, 6, 7 feet. It's not like the walls in front of Mannat and all, which are 14, 18 feet.
No, not at all. It's of course, it is a scalable wall, but there are layers of security because there has to be, of course, a person sitting at the entrance to the building as well. There's
okay,
of course
so
a
now
guard.
Look at this. Now you're talking about Saif Ali Khan is right at the top. Okay, right at the top of this. Okay, now nobody climbed this. Okay, let's be realistic and climbed it down, right? So the only point of access was actually how anybody would access the building, which is the lift or indeed the stairwell. And Uday, I mean, I am assuming the attacker came in advance or came earlier, but when he was leaving, I'm sure he was leaving in a rush. Can you imagine somebody who has just stabbed Saif Ali Khan 6 times and is covered in blood, because obviously there would be blood. Can you imagine him going to the lift and pressing the button and waiting for the lift to come up? Okay, so then you assume that he's barged into the stairwell, going down 12 floors. Even if you're taking 30 seconds a floor, okay, just to go down the 2 flights of stairs per floor, you're going down 12 floors. And once you exit, you have to run past the security guard, who even if he's sleeping would hear you. Okay, then you have to make it to the gate, and these buildings won't have open gates, no? The gate would be closed. Then either you then topo the wall, or you try to open the gate, manhandle the gate. From the point of the assault to the point that you are exiting the building is going to take you several minutes. Okay, 6 to 8 to 10 minutes from the point when you run out of the apartment to the point that you exited the building is several minutes. Long time. It's not a ground floor that you jumped out of the window, jumped over the wall, and you're gone. It's inconceivable that this man vanished into the night. Now here you have it. That's the CCTV camera right there or there.
Yes, that's CCTV camera number 1. That's of course manning the entrance to this building. There's of course a CCTV camera inside the lobby as well, the lift lobby. There are obviously CCTV cameras on either building, on the left and the right of your screen. Now all of those are being scanned. The prima facie report of course of this, there's another CCTV camera. There's CCTV camera number 2, which again can be seen on another side of the building. And prima facie, the study of these CCTV cameras shows that he didn't enter the building in the 2 hours before this incident took place. So before between midnight and 2:30 am, there was no entry into this building.
But where was the exit? The exit couldn't have happened 2 hours later, no? Or are we saying he never exited the building? That he went into hiding inside the building and he's still there, right? So we have to assume that he ran off.
Yes.
And if he ran off, then I'm sure the building had CCTV cameras. I assumed it. So therefore, I've had my reporter who's pointed them out and taken photographs. There they are. Those are the outside ones. Inside ones, of course, we can't show you immediately for obvious reasons. But there would be cameras inside the building, cameras outside the building. I'm assuming the great city of Mumbai has police cameras, traffic cameras, other than the private cameras installed by the building owners, also on these streets in Bandra.
In fact, we have Sanjay Pandey also joining us now live for